Hi everyone, hope you all are good. So, we're going to start with grade 6 maths. So, you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 6. Click on view all lessons and we're going to start with the chapter 6, that is ratios, proportions and percents. And the topic we're working on is equivalent ratios word problems. Let's start with a topic that is equivalent ratios word problems. Okay, let's start with examples. Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important points and definitions as well on your notebook. Got it? So let's start with the first example. Okay, are these ratios equivalent? And the ratios are 18 books every 6 seconds and 19 books every 5 seconds. You need to see if they are equivalent. Got it? So how can we see if the fractions are equivalent? Write both of them in a fractional form. So it would be 18 over 6 and 19 over 5. So it would be then 18 over 6 equals 19 over 5. Got it? Just cross multiply. It would be now 18 times 5 and this one is 19 times 6. So 18 times 5 is 90 and 19 times 6 is 114. So they are not equal. That means they are not equivalent. Got it? That means both the fractions are not equivalent. Got it? Okay, let's start with the next example. Okay, the next example is uh, are these ratios equivalent? 16 infielders ratio 14 6 outfielders. Then 8 infielders 2 3 outfielders. So let's just write them as a fractional form. So they would be 16 over 6 and 8 over 3. Got it? Just cross multiply them. So you have to do 16 times 3 and 8 times 6. So 16 times 3 is 48 and 8 times 6 is 48. So see, they are equal. That means yes, both of them are equivalent fractions. Got it? Okay, let's start with test questions. Okay, we are equivalent ratios, word problems, and let's start with the test. Okay, so the first one is, are these ratios equivalent? And they are 6 for 7 teaspoons and 5 for 11 teaspoons. Let's just write it down on board. 6 for 7 teaspoons and 5 for 11 teaspoons. So we need to see if they are equivalent. Got it? Write them in a fractional form. So it would be 6 by 7 and 5 for 11. Sorry. And 5 over 11. So just cross multiply. It would be 6 times 11 and 5 times 7. So 11 times 6 is, so it would be 6 times 6 is 66 and 7 times 5 is 35. So they are not equal. That means the fractions are not equivalent. Got it? So just select the correct option and then click on the answer is no, they are not equivalent. And then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is 9 large balls to 8 small balls. So it would be 9 over 8, and 13 large balls to 20 small box. So it would be 13 over 10, 20. Let me write down the fractions 9 by 8 and 13 by 20. 9 by 8 and 13 over 20. Got it? Let's just do cross multiplication. 9 times 20 and 13 times 8. Let me just see the values. It would be 80. 9 times 8 is 20 is 180, and 13 times 8 is 104. So they are not equivalent. That means the fractions are not equivalent. Got it? Okay, just select the correct option. The answer is no, and then move on to the next question. They are not equivalent. Got it? Okay, the next one is 6 old mittens to 9 new mittens, 6 by 9 and 10 by 15. So 6 by 9 and 10 by, okay, 6 by 9 and 10 over 15. Got it? Just make cross multiplication. Then you have to do 6 times 15, and here you have 10 times 9. Got it? 15 times 6 is 90, and 10 times 9 is 90. So they are equal. That means yes, the fractions are equivalent. Got it? So the answer is yes. Okay, the next one is, are these ratios equivalent? 14 elementary school students to 8 middle class to 88 middle school students. So the ratio is 14 by 8 and 7 by 4. 14 by 8 and 7 by. So let's write them down in a fractional form. So it would be 14 by 8 equals 7 by 8. 14 by 8 equals 7 by 8. 14 by 8 equals 7 by 8. Let's just do cross multiplication. 14 times 8 and 7 times 8. 7 times 8 is 56, and let me just check 14 times 8. It would be 92, I think. 42. 14 times 8. Yes, they are 112, not 92. So they are not equal. That means the fractions are not equivalent. Got it? Okay, so correct option is no. Okay, the next one is, sorry, the answer is no. I selected yes. They are not equivalent. We know that. Okay, the next one is, are these ratios equivalent? 15 to 10 and 9 to 6. Let me write them down on board. 15 to 10 and 15 by 10 and 6 by 9. Let's just do cross multiplication. It is 6 by 9. Let me just confirm. 9 by 6, not 6 by 9. 9 by 6. So you have to do 15 times 6 and 10 times 9. 15 times 6 is 90 and 10 times 9 is 90. They both are equivalent. That means yes, the fractions are equivalent. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. I'm just moving on to the next topic. If you need more help with the topic, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? Let's start with the next chapter and the next topic, and next lesson is compare ratios word problems. Let's start with compare ratios word problems. Got it? Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the definitions and examples as well. Got it? Okay, let's start with the first example. So let's start with an example. Okay, just listen to me carefully. Avondale High School, 20 of the members of women's track team complete in long distance event and 14 complete in short distance. Once the men won the men's track team 10 run in long distance events and 7 run in short distance events. Which team has a lower ratio of long distance short? Got it? So the events are 20 by 40 and 10 by 7. 20 by 40 and 10 by 7. So it would be 20 over 40 and 10 over 7. So you need to see which team has a lower ratio of long distance to short distance runners. So it would be 10 by 8 and 20 by 14 and 10 by 7. 20 by 14 and 10 by 7. So basically you have to compare both the fractions. Got it? So what you have to do, you can do 20 by 40. So 20 by 14. So 20 by 14 is 112 point. 20 by 14 is, just use the calculator, then it would be equal to 20 divided by 14. It would be 1.428. And then 10 by 7 you have 1.428. So both the values are equal. Got it? That means 20 by 14 and 10 by 7, both of them are equal. Got it? So just select the correct option and then click on the, oh, we are on the test. Okay, the next one is, okay, let's start with the test. Okay, last month Molly spent 16 hours watching TV and 20 hours reading. So it would be 16 by 20. The same month, Danny spent 8 hours watching TV and 10 hours reading. Who had a higher ratio of time spent watching TV to time spent reading? So the fractions are 16 over 20, 16 over 20 and 8 over 10. 16 over 20 and 16 over 20 and 8 over 10. Okay, let's see what are the values when you divide them. So 16 over 20 is 0.8, and 10 over 8, 8 over 10 is 0.8. So that means both of them are equal. Got it? So both of them are equal. Mm, neither their ratios are equivalent. Got it? Okay, the next one is Runth punch recipe calls for 4 liters of lemon lime soda and 2 liters of pineapple juice. Techie pouch recipe receives 6 liters of lime and soda, 3 liters of pineapple juice. What recipe has a higher ratio of lemon lime soda to apple? So the fractions are 4 over 2 and 6 over 3. 4 over 2 and 6 over 3. 4 over 2 and 6 over 3. So 4 divided by 2 is 2 and 6 divided by 3 is 2. Oh, they are equivalent. Got it? So neither the ratios are equivalent. Just select the correct option and then click on the OK button. When preparing the cheese for the pizzas, the cook and Ken's Pizza restaurant makes 6 kilograms of water cheese and 14 kilograms of mozzarella. In the order, Sham ko Bismillah. At Taylor's Pizza restaurant, the cooks makes 3 kilograms of Parmesan cheese and 7 kilograms of mozzarella. Which restaurant uses a lower ratio of Parmesan to mozzarella? So the fractions are 6 by 14 and 3 by 7. 6 by 14 and 6 by 14 and 3 over 7. So 6 by 14 is 0.428. 6 over 14, just simply divide 6 by 14 using calculator. Got it? That's what I am doing. 0.428. Okay, and now let's just divide 3 by 7. So they have the same number, that is 0.428. That means no one is greater. Both of them, both of the fractions are equivalent. Got it? Just select the correct option and then click on the ratios are equivalent. Click on the OK button. Okay. The next one is Malia went on a 2-day fishing trip. On the trip, she caught 15 catfish and 3 trout. On the second day, she caught 9 catfish and 2 trouts. On which day of the training fishing trip did Malia catch a lower ratio of the catfish to trout? Got it? Okay, so they are 15 over 3 and 9 over 2. So the fractions are 15 divided by 3 and 9 divided by 2. 15 over 3 and 9 over 2. So 15 divided by 3 is 45 and 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. So then the question is, uh, on which day of the fishing trip Malia catch a lower ratio of trout to fish? So it would be the second day. Got it? Because the one day has the value 1. But second day you have a smaller value. So the correct option is the second option. Okay. At Windale High School, 20 of the members of women's track team compete in long distance events and 14 compete in short distance events. On the other, on the men's track team, 10 run is long distance events as and 7 run in short distance event. What team has a lower ratio of long distance of short distance relationship? Short distance runners. Okay, so the fractions are 20 by 14 and 10 by 7. So they are 20 by 14 and 10 over 7. Okay, let's just calculate the values. So 20 by 14 is 0 1.428, and 10 by 7 is the same. Yes, 1.428. So they both are equivalent. So the fractions are equivalent. Got it? So just select the correct option and then click on the OK button. Okay, when Logan works out, he spent 20 minutes doing cardio and 18 minutes doing resistance training. Harold's workout consists of 15 minutes of cardio and 12 minutes of resistance training. Who does a lower rate of cardio to resistance training? So the equations are 20 by 18 and 15 by 12. 20 by 18, 20 by 18 and 15 over 12. So let's see what are the values. 20 over 18 is 1.11, then 15 over 12 is 1.15. So which of them is the correct most? 15 over 12, and 15 over 12 is Harland's. Got it? Okay, so you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me see. Okay, you have to write the smaller one. Who does a lower? The Logan has a layer one, a smaller one. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next topic. And the next topic is proportions. The next topic is proportions. Let's start with the next topic, that is proportions. Fill in the missing number to complete the proportion. So it would be 4 by 5 equals the missing number ratio 15. 4 ratio 5 and the missing number ratio 15. So you have to find the missing number. It is 4 over 5. 5 times what number is 15? 3. That means you have to multiply the 3 with numerator also. Got it? So it would be 4 times 3 is 12 and 5 times 3 is 15. So that means the missing number is 12. You just have to look what is the ratio between them and you multiply the number and find the missing option. Got it? So it would be 12 over 15. So the missing number is 12. Got it? Okay, the next one is, do the ratios 2 by 1 and 20 by 10 form a proportion? 2 by 1 and 20 by 10. 2 by 1 and 20 over 10. We need to see if they form a proportion. So how can we find if one can see form a proportion? Okay, so to basically you have to do here you have two. Got it? You have to do 2 times 9 is 18. Got it? Multiply the 9 with the bottom one. 9 times 1 is 9. So it is 18 over 9. That means yes, they are. Multiply the same number here. Sorry, here you have 10, not 9. I did the. Okay, you have 2 by 1. And here you have 20 by 10. That means 2 times 10 is 20. Just multiply the numerator and denominator by 10. So 10 times 2 is 20 and 10 times 1 is 10. Got it? So now both the fractions you started with 2 by 1 and make it equal to 20 by 10. That means yes, they form an proportion. Got it? Okay, let's start with the test. Okay, find the missing number 4 to 1 and missing number to 5. So it is 4 to 1 and the missing number to 5. 4 over 1, the missing number over 5. Okay, you have to compare. Here you have 1 and here you have 5. 1 times what number makes 5? 1 times 5 makes 5. So multiply this fraction numerator and denominator by 5. 5 times 1 is already 5 and 5 times 4 is CT. So it would be 20 over 5. That means the missing number is 20. Got it? Just select the correct option and then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is 4 ratio 5, the missing number ratio 15. 4 ratio 5, 4 over 5 and the missing number over 15. Let me just confirm it's the same one. Yes. Okay, so you have to 5 times what number makes 15? 5 times 3 makes 15. So multiply the and divide this denominator by 3. So it would be 4 times 3 is 12 and 5 times 3 is 15. That means the missing number is 12. Got it? The missing one is 12. So select the correct option and then click on the OK button. Okay, do the ratios 2 by 1 and 18 by 9 form a proportion? 2 by 1 and 18 by 9. 2 by 1 and 18 by 9. So just look at the denominators. Here we have 1 and here we have 9. So multiply and divide this fraction by 9. 2 times 9 divided by 1 times 9. So it would make 2 times 9 is 18 and 9 times 1 is 9. That means yes, both of the fractions are both of the fractions form a proportion. Got it? The answer is yes. Do the ratios 2 by 1 and 16 by 8 form a proportion? Yes, because 1 times 8 is 8 and 2 times 8 is 16. So when we multiply 8 with the first fraction, it makes equivalent to the second one. That means yes, they are 2 by 1 and 16 by 8. 2 by 1 and 16 by 8. So here you have 8. Multiply this fraction numerator and denominator by 18. So it would be 8 times 2 is 16, 8 times 1 is 8. So both of them are equal. That means yes, they form a proportion. Got it? So they are equivalent. The answer is yes. Got it? Just select the correct option and then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is do the ratios 2 1 over 2 and 9 over 18 form a proportion. Okay, 1 by 2 and 9 by 18. 1 by 2 and 9 by 18. So here you have 1 times what number makes 9? 1 times 9 makes 9. So it would be 9 times 1 is 9 and 9 times 2 is 18. It would be 9 over 18 and 9 over 18. See, both the fractions are equal. That means they are equivalent. Got it? The answer is yes. They form a proportion. Got it? Okay, the next one is do the ratios 10 over 20 and 1 over 2 form a proportion? So the answer is yes. Multiply and divide this fraction by 2 so it makes the first one. 10 times 1 is 10 and 10 times 2 is 20. So the answer is yes. Got it? Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, 15 by 5 by 15 and 1 over 3. So do they form a proportion? Just multiply the second one by the 5. So it would be 5 times 1 is 5 and 5 times 3 is 15. That means yes, they form a proportion. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. I'm just moving on to the next topic. And the next topic is unit rates word problems. Okay, the lesson name is unit rates word problems. Okay, let me start with examples. Okay, let's start with the first example. Roscoe baked 12 cookies with 2 scoops of flour. With 3 spoons of flour, how many cookies can Roscoe bake? So we have to find the unit rate first. Got it? You have 12 cookies in 2 cups. Got it? So just divide 12 by 2. So 2 times 6. That means you have 16 from 1 cup of flour. You can make 6 cookies. Got it? So the other part of the question is um, how many with 6 seed pack, how many total flowers can, oh sorry, not this one. Okay, the example is with 2 scoops of flour. Okay, now you have 2 scoops of the flour. With 3 scoops of the flour, you have a missing number divided by 3, and that equals 12 divided by 2. Got it? You have to find the missing number. So how can you find the cookies? You can find the cookies by unit rate times the scoop of flour. So the unit rate is 4, and the unit rate is 6. You have 6 cookies per second, and the one you want to make are 3. So it would be 6 times 3, and 6 times 3 is 18. Got it? Okay, let's start with the test. Debbie grew 9 flowers. Okay, Debbie grew 9 flowers with 3 seed packets. With 6 seed packets, how many total flowers can Debbie have in her garden? Okay, so the first one is 9 flowers and 3 seeds. Got it? So let's find the unit value. So you can find the unit value by the 9 flowers divided by 3 seed packs. Okay, that means 3 times 3 is 9. That means from one seed pack, you can make 3 flowers. Got it? Okay, the next one is Debbie. How many total flowers can Debbie have in garden? Solve this unit using unit rate. Okay, now you have 6 seed packets. So you can find the flowers by multiplying the unit rate times the packet, 6 seed packets. So you need to do 3 times 6. That means 3 times 6 is 18. That means using 6 seed packs, you can make 18 flowers. Got it? So the correct option is 18. Got it? Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is Helles jarred 8 liters of jam after 4 days. How many jam did Helle jar if she spent 8 days making jam? Solve using unit rate. So first you have to find a unit rate, divide 8 by 4. The one 8 divided by 4 is, for the unit rate you have to do 8 over 2. So 2 times 4 is 8. That means the unit rate is 4. And now you have to find um, how much jam did Hele jar if she spent 8 days making. Now you have 8 days. So 8 times 4 is 8 over 4, not. It is 8 over 4 and 4 times 2 is 8. So you have 2 as a unit rate. You have to then do 2 times 6 and 2 times 6 is 12. Got it? That means 8 it is. 8 times 2 is 16. That means using 8 days he can make 16 liters of jam. Got it? Okay, the next one is Ken prepared 8 kilograms of dough after working 2 hours. How many hours did Ken work if he prepared 12 kilograms of dough? So you have 8 kilograms divided by 2. For the unit rate, you have to do 8 divided by 2 and it would be 4. Okay, now you have to find the how many did hours did Ken work if he prepared 12 kilograms of dough. Now you have to find if you have 12 kilograms of dough. So how can you find the value? Okay, so what you have to do? Okay, you have to find the dough prepared, and that equals unit rate times the hours of the weekend. So the unit rate you have is 4. You don't have the hours, but actually you have to find this, and the dough prepared is 12. So you have to, and 4 is multiplying to n. When you shift to the other side, it will be divided, and n equals 4 times 3 is 12. That means the total hour worked is 3 hours. Got it? Just select the correct option and then click on the OK button. Okay, Linda earned a total of $12 for 2 hours of yard work. After doing a total of 3 hours of yard work, how much money will Linda have earned? Solve its unit rate. So you have to do 12 divided by 2 to find the unit rate. So for the unit rate, you have to do 12 divided by 2. That means 6 per hour. Now you have to find the amount earned, and you can do unit rate multiply by time. So the unit rate is 6 and the time spent is 3. So 6 times 3 is 18. That means the total earned amount is $18. Got it? Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. So the correct option is 18. Got it? Okay, the next one is Bobby bought 10 postcards during 2 days of vacations. After 3 days of vacations, how many total postcards will Bobby have bought? Use solve using unit rate. So let's just divide 10 postcards divided by 2 days to find the unit rate. For the unit rate, you have to do 10 postcards divided by 2 days. Got it? Then 10 divided by 2 is 5. That means you have 5 cards per day. So 2 divided by 5, okay, 5. Now you have to find the number of postcards. So you have to do unit rate times days. Unit rate times days. So the unit rate is 5 and how many days you have? 3. So it would be 3 times 5 is 15 days. Got it? So just select the correct option and then click on the OK button. Okay, so you can complete the test by yourself later today. So we have covered 4 of the topics today, and the topics are equivalent ratio word problem, compare ratios word problems, proportions and unit rates word problems. So please make sure before the next session you have to complete all the test questions. Got it? So that's all for today. Please click on the like button if you find it helpful for you. Just right below the video, click on the like button. That's all for today. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye.